Hello friends, welcome back. This time we take you on a quick tour of a couple offbeat museums in Houston and Austin.
Stick around, things are going to get weird. We left the beaches in the Gulf of Mexico for the big cities of Houston and Austin. In total, we did about 250 miles. In Houston, we went to a museum that Craig had been looking at and wanting to go to for a while.
I had been very excited since discovering this place during our research last fall, the National Museum of Funeral History, which is right up my alley. They had an amazing collection of restored hearses, both motorized cars and horse-drawn hearses as well. They had excellent exhibits on embalming and cremation. I really enjoyed our couple hours there. But the exhibit that was the most fun, I think, and unexpected were the fantasy caskets from Ghana. And this comes from an artist's workshop in Ghana, and he's got a team that builds these. And these are about $300, which are a lot of money in Ghana. But your coffin can reflect who you were in real life. So if you were a fisherman, your coffin might be a fish. If you were an important member of the community, it might be a lion or another powerful animal. Another fisherman one that they had was actually a Yamaha outboard motor as a casket. So these were just kind of really fun and whimsical and kind of a neat exhibit there I found as well. So my question for the viewers this episode is, if you were to commission a fantasy casket for yourself, what would your fantasy casket be? And we've debated that a bit. Mine might be a camper van. We talked about whether you could fit into a bicycle casket. So, but I'm curious, what would you choose? Put your answer in the comments. We look forward to reading them.
We didn't just do weird things. We also did some really fun things in the cities. We had some great food. We had great Mexican, great barbecue. We went and stopped at some breweries. And we also toured the state capitol in Austin. And being the state capital of Texas, it was very large with a large dome. And as well, we had our first time trying out scooters in the city. So we scooted around Austin, which was super fun.
But then it was time for some more weird stuff. And so we got to the Museum of the Weird on 6th Street in Austin. And this one as well did not disappoint. This was a fun visit. Some of their exhibits included really exotic and hard to find animals like the baboon fish, like the furry trout, which can swim in deeper and colder waters thanks to its fur, and also the cyclops pig. It was my first time seeing one of them. And of course the classic, the jackalope. They had one of these on exhibit as well. I think my favorite exhibit though was the very excellent scientific exhibit on Bigfoot, and included in that case they had plaster casts of Bigfoot's actual feet from back in the 70s from one of the famous sightings. And so that was really useful information for us as we proceed on our trip, and now we know exactly what to look for in the woods in terms of Bigfoot's feet. So well done to them, and a really helpful exhibit there.
And here are the numbers. Weird Museums 2.
Thank you, Holly, for your patience.
I've actually quite enjoyed them. They've been very interesting and different from the other classic museums. Days on the road, 38, and distance almost 6,500 kilometers. And here's a map of our travels so far.
Which might not seem that far until you zoom out. That is the same as the distance from Ottawa to Florence, Italy, which we chose not to do because we have a van and not a boat. Before you knew it, it was time to leave the big cities and the weirdness behind. Where are we headed to next?
Next up, we're headed to Southwest Texas towards Big Bend National Park.
Join us then. It's going to be big.